Hey everybody, it's Naomi
And Steve.
from Into the Unknown Realm.
Quite.
we have a video bomber coming in.
Lucky from New England Paranormal Society.
We have with us, of course, from DTM Wicked Radio as well, Lauren and Mark from Paranormal Hangover.
It's us. Woo!
We're excited because we are all at the Haunted Victorian in Gardner, Mass.
This place is haunted. Yes.
You did Mass.
Does it have spiders?
No.
Yeah.
Pigeons.
Yeah, pigeons too. Yeah, right. Pigeons. Anyways, I would love for you guys to maybe talk about a couple different things you guys experienced when you have investigated here. You wanna
Go for it.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Should I start with the best story ever?
Yes.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
We like that story.
Here's my best story ever. So this is sort of what I guess it became one of my funniest and favorite stories. I was here and I wasn't even investigating at the time. We were just sort of in a lull. I think it was daytime even, and I was with Joe and Christine, Joe Chin and Christine Downs, and I was in front of Maddie's from Manion, and I was just standing in the hallway, right over our shoulder out there in the little common area. And I was just standing there, and I was talking because we were hearing noises from upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
So I started just yapping away about, we don't know who we're communicating with, whether it's children of the house or if it could have been any of the ladies that were here at one time. And I'm going through it, and I kid you not, something grabbed my crotch. And it froze me for a second, and I looked at Joe and Christine.
Because you wouldn't want to move.
I was like, hey, what room is that? But
You're so off DTM.
I looked, and I said it was the funniest story. So I looked at them, and I'm like, something just crotch. And they looked at me like, okay. And Joe almost had that like wasn't me look on his face.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at him, and I'm like, okay, I'm really hoping it was one of the ladies, not one of the children, because that's just a whole different kind of weird. But it was not as pleasant as you would think it might be, but it was actually kind of disturbing. But that was right out that way. So when we're off air, I know where I'm going.
I'll wait in the car.
Come to the Victorian, get a happy ending.
Oh my God.
Welcome to the hangover.
And I go to the nanny's room, and I get this gut, like, wrenching feeling in my stomach, and we were like getting a tour, and some just crazy gut wrenching feeling in my stomach. I'm like, okay, that don't feel good. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, okay, it's getting worse.
It doesn't feel good.
I'm like,
Marks.
oh. So I decide to, go just right into the door jam area to see if things change, and yeah, totally gone. As Edwin's talking, and I was just like, oh. Okay. I think that was my first, you always talk about as paranormal investigators listening to your body, things you feel, you hear, and just sense it too. And I think that was probably my most extreme feeling starting as investigating. Of course things have happened since then, but I was like, whoa, okay,
Whoa,
crazy.
what's happening here?
Yeah. Now, what about you, Lauren?
I don't know. I know everything happens to me is lame. It's always like I get just like a touch, or I feel like a cold breeze, or something
It's
ridiculous.
wicked lame.
But you got touched in the crotch. She was nauseous, so she could have passed out. I did the last time we were here. I did hear something really cool when we first walked in, and I wish that we had. I don't know. Someone had a recorder out. It wasn't us, so I don't know if it was maybe like Tony or someone had a recorder out. But we walked in the house. And you guys were in the kitchen getting ready, and I walked into the hallway, and I heard, not again. like, as clear as day coming from that in the basement area, and I was like, oh, here we go.
We're really logged in.
I'm like, please, did someone just say something? And Pete was outside, Mike was outside, I think you were in the kitchen. I'm like, that wasn't any of them. And those are the only men in the house.
Yeah.
Like, not again.
Well, that's something you don't normally hear. Usually you're, get out.
They're like, she's back, really. Yeah, like,
This place is amazing. I love coming here. Definitely, it changes because you definitely get that uneasy feeling a lot, but it comes and goes. It's not, you don't walk in and immediately get the creep. You walk in, and then as it goes on, it comes, and then it goes, and you feel fine. And then it comes, and it goes.
Right.
So this place fills up with energy. It really does. And the basement I just can't. I can't stay down in the basement.
Oh, really?
I get this
creeps
this
down there.
feeling where I can't be alone. It's not that I'm afraid to be alone. I just get that. All right, I'm overstaying my welcome. I'm getting out of here now.
Right.
You
Yeah.
just
Right.
don't like the alien spiders.
That's what the alien spiders.
Yeah, you know the ones I'm talking about.
Yeah. Yeah. This one guy, he sits without a cigar. One got a little top hat, cigar. Welcome to the basement.
Oh, do you want that
It's
drink?
probably him. Not again.
No, these spiders. I mean, I'm terrified of spiders. Hate them. These things are from a different world, and if you don't know what we're talking about, they are like petrified white spiders.
On your leg.
Ah!
You went down there, so I went down.
I was actually, we were walking around, and this is today. I never went into the bathroom when we were here, like over a year ago. And I thought, oh, I'll go in there, check it out. They did a nice job with it. I go towards the shower, turn around, start walking, and it feels like something's tugging on the side of my leg, right, like near the knee area, the pant leg. And I'm like, oh,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah.
Cold.
Oh yeah.
Swear to God.
Seriously.
Oh.
I literally just felt it on my back, like right here.
Yeah.
I feel it too,
Yeah.
like right through
We
here.
have
Hey,
visitors.
keep this rolling.
Which-
Right back.
Which it's not real cool in here right
No, it's
now.
not.
No,
It's
that's why
actually
legit
hot
I
out,
felt
yeah.
it like, oh my gosh, I feel cold.
It's actually hot.
Can't see it on the camera, but I've got goosebumps happening.
Yeah, and it's like, it's warm. I'm sure.
76
But-
degrees, but it actually went up in temperature.
Really?
Wow.
That's wild.
But it is. It's a cold spot right there. It's actually right behind you.
And just as you're saying, it's low, and just as you're saying, you got tugged on the pant leg,
Yeah.
the bottom of your pant leg.
That's actually pretty neat.
Yeah.
Wow.
Welcome to Victorian.
Welcome to
Anyways.
Victoria.
Always an experience.
Definitely. So we're here because of the signing of Joni Mayhan's book, Bones in the Basement, which is an amazing story, collective stories of so many different people, from the owners, Edwin and Lillian, to paranormal teams that have been here, including these folks. And yeah, we've been there. We're not in the book, but we've been there. But we're family.
Hey, we're in
family.
somebody's book.
Yeah, see?
Yeah, we signed. But it's cool. We're here till Joni's here till 6, signing books, and come down, get that book, which is actually amazing. I read it myself, and I think it's so well done. And we've been here and heard all the stories from Edwin. Edwin was on our show, told us even more stories. And there's so much more in the book that, I just am thrilled to read more of. And I couldn't stop reading it. It was awesome. Did you guys read it?
We have read some of it. I haven't
Okay.
gone through the whole thing yet, so I read my chapter.
You read it?
You know
It's
what?
good. She's
Read
an
some.
excellent writer.
She's very good, right?
Yeah.
She captures it because she really takes time to listen to how people are explaining it and the emotion behind it.
Mm.
So she does a really good job of capturing the experiences and putting
I believe she's an investigator herself. Right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and she sort of
That's
sees it
something.
from the investigator's standpoint.
Yeah, right.
Definitely. So come on down.
Come on down.
Come see us.
And then maybe you'll see the little boy that runs around here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Not
I've seen
the
him
real
too.
life one, but
I've seen him too.
Really?
Yeah.
That's real life.
Oh wow.
The first time I was here, we were getting like a tour during the day,
Mm.
and because I've never been here, so Marion was like, "Let me take you around, at least show you, so you know what you're getting yourself into."
Right.
And we were sitting, we were in that the nanny's room,
Mhm.
and I said, "There's a little." He was playing hide and seek with us, and he was running like back and forth between the nanny's room and what used to be the nursery, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, going back and forth. And Mark, you saw it too, because he went, "Hold on a second," went back in there. He's like, "Something's in here.
Yeah.
Something in
Not
here." Let's
necessarily
put it
that
around
I
the
started.
crib.
You had that feeling.
Yeah, like something.
Like things were happening. That's why I did that, and I sort of went into that area. And that's the same time, that same day, we're in. Everything happened, not everything. A lot of things happened right around Maddie's room.
Yeah.
We were in Maddie's room with Marion, and you felt like the air, just static electricity in the air.
Right.
And I started asking. I said, "I'm going to knock. Will you knock back to tell us where you are in the house?"
Mm.
So I knocked, and we got a knock from upstairs.
Wow.
And I said, "Okay, I just want to make sure that wasn't a coincidence. I'm going to do it again. I want you to make another noise and let us know where you are." I knocked again, and something right above us dragged on the floor.
Yeah.
There was nobody in the house but the three of us, so there was no opportunity.
Like, oh, you didn't know that knock was for you? How about
Yeah, how about this?
Here's the obvious for you.
The little boy that you saw, did you actually physically see him? See like what he was wearing?
No, I saw his I see it in my imagination, like in my head. I wouldn't look and go, oh look there, I see him. But I saw like a little boy, maybe about like 4 years old, 4 or 5 years old, and he looked to me like light haired.
Okay.
But I couldn't really see his clothing because he was like peeking out, you know, like.
Yeah.
And then you feel like a wisp of air or something like
Lauren's
that.
not crazy.
No, I'm not
She's
crazy.
sensitive, so it was in her mind's eye that she saw it.
Yeah. No, the reason why I was asking that is because actually in the that chair that we're actually facing, that's against that wall, we were actually getting a tour of the place when we were doing our investigation as well. Edwin was standing exactly where I am. I was facing him, and I went to sit in the chair. And when I went to turn to sit in the chair, this little boy was swinging his legs. And I actually excused myself because I was going to sit on it.
He was like, oh, excuse me.
And there was nobody there.
He was like,
wow.
did you
That's
see that?
him.
It's actually a chair that's right in front of us.
I caught coming up these stairs to the third floor when I was coming back down after the very first time I was here, getting a tour of the house from Marion. I went to come down the stairs and I glanced up at the mirror that's in the hallway that faces into the billiard room.
Yeah.
And I happened to glance up and I saw the little girl in the mirror.
Oh, wow.
And I stopped myself and I went, hold on. So I backed up and I looked and nothing was there. So now I'm looking to see, could I have imagined it? What could have, and I described her afterwards. I did that 5 or 6 times, up and down, to see if I could recreate it. And I said to Marion, was there reports of a little girl? She said, yes. I said, does she look like this, this, and this? And she goes, yes. I went, okay, well, I just saw her, so excellent. That was the only time I'd seen that, though. I have not.
Just so you don't think he's crazy.
He's an investigator.
You don't really love that.
So yeah, who else you loved him or heard him? Or...
Nice choice of rooms, by the way.
Yeah.
You know, the
one reason though is because they have internet.
Yeah.
The signal's really good on my phone, right?
We caught one time in here on our first investigation during the night. This was a crazy series of events that happened. But we're in Eno's room. The bed was actually where we are now, and it's not in the position it was in. And there was a dresser over here. So we were sitting here.
Bless you.
And
thank you.
Right in this area, got this smell of burnt wood started permeating the air. And it was just for maybe 10, 15 seconds, we all smelled it, and then it went away. This is really good. This is where he spontaneously combusted. So that was just a coincidence, or it was not. But we got that smell in this area. And then that's when Mary Lou had all kinds of things happening to her, because she's a medium. So she actually does get in and channel.
Spontaneously combusted.
The certificate. Spontaneous combustion.
Yes, because there's questions like that some people
Smoke inhalation, 3-degree burns of shoulder.
Oh.
Sorry, didn't mean to throw that in your face.
No, but Mary Lou, the medium on our team, she does channel from time to time, and she doesn't go into like something takes over her body, and she goes deep enough that she can describe what she's seeing and feeling and what the emotions are that are happening. And so we were involved in that, and it was intense for her. And she had to break herself out of it because whatever was impressing on her was getting too heavy, and she was going too deep. So she got herself out of it, and she couldn't shake it. After about a half hour, 45 minutes, she was still. So we left. I took her downstairs. The rest of the team stayed up there. I took her downstairs. She couldn't break it. I said, let's go outside. And all we had at the time was audio. The one camera that would have caught the video there is video of it, but it didn't capture anything because of the chaos that happened. I took her out front, or out on the side road over here under the porch to get some fresh air. No sooner did we go outside than something manifest in the foyer here. Everybody was in between these two rooms. It came around the little corner of the wall here and scared the crap out of one of the investigators. He literally shoved this woman, not Mary Lou, this other woman with us, to the ground, screaming like a little girl, and and turned. Now the one person filming was Dom, so Dom had the camera. When all this happened, he went to move, but he was coming at him, so he had to sidestep. So all you see on the camera is this
Right.
when it's
The
happening
chaos.
because of the chaos. But the audio is hilarious to listen to, by the way. I literally came flying up the stairs because I thought somebody really got hurt. He knocked over the 6-foot candle out here. He knocked that over. He was so scared. He literally like jumped into it, and between he and the other girl that was here at the time, MJ, I took both of them aside and asked them what they saw because she saw it too, and they described the same exact thing.
Wow.
So they hadn't talked to each other because of the panic. I was like, separate them. I want to know what you saw,
Right.
and then I want to know what you saw,
Right.
and it corroborated. So it was pretty intense. But
So if you're listening, manifest, because I want to know what they saw.
yeah, bring it on. In a polite way, bring it on.
I'll ask nicely. It's all about respect.
So this place is one of my favorite spots to come. It really is. Can't get enough.
Beautiful. It's stunning. If you haven't been in here, hopefully someday you'll be able to come in here. It's so beautiful inside. I mean, there's a lot of work that needs to be done, and hopefully it'll be brought completely back to its original beauty. It's so beautiful, and definitely filled with a lot of spirits.
History and energy.
Yeah, definitely. So make sure you come down, come see us, and say hi. Come get Joni's come get Joni's book and say hello to her. Meet some of the people that these experiences have happened to, and it'll be worth it. Definitely worth it.
Maybe you have your own experience.
Oh, yes.
So,